Hi, everyone. I thought today it would be kind of fun to just sit and have a little chat and talk about the name of my channel, which is Semi-Retired Susan. Um, I I am semi-retired, and I've spoken about it in another video, and so I thought I would kind of clarify how I got to this point and what it means to be semi-retired. So I have been working my business. I have my own business for 17 years now. And at this point in my life, I'm hoping to slow down and take it a little easy and be able to do some of the things that I haven't had a chance to do or that I never had time for in these past 17 years because the work was very hard, very physical. I have my own baking business, and oh my gosh, it involves so much physical activity. I lug 25-pound bags into the car, out of the car, up the steps into my house, and then I lug all the baked goods out of the house into the car to delivery wherever I'm delivering, and it's just a lot of physical work. I mean, it keeps me, I won't say in good shape, but it keeps me active, it keeps me moving. And I think that's very important, especially as we get older. We have to keep moving, keep walking and lifting weights, but I digress. Um, so, my semi retirement for me is cutting out some of the other accounts that I have had through the years, and the farmers market, as I've mentioned in a previous video, is one of the big ones that I cut out this year. I totally decided not to do the farmers markets anymore because it involved so much time, so much of my time all week long. I would bake, and then I would pack the car on Saturday morning and drive to the farmers market, set up the table, unpack the car, sell the product. And I mean, on and on. So not doing that this year is huge for me. It really is. It's lifted a weight that's been very heavy for me for many, many years. And I've loved it. I don't get me wrong. I've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed the money. It's been great money. Love the customers. Absolutely love my customers. But I just decided not to do it anymore. So, for some people, semi-retirement is a chance, as it is for me, to do something other than work. But it's nice to keep a little bit of work part-time because it keeps me motivated to get up in the morning, have something to do. And basically for me, it's like Monday through Thursday is pretty much when I work, and not all day long. I might work maybe 4 hours each day, something like that. So that's been really nice for me. And then Friday through the weekend, I have fun doing other things. So speaking of other things, I do have many other interests, and some of them um, are things that I've done in addition to my job, um, my work, my business, but very, very part time. So, one of the things I do is to sell on eBay. I have been selling on eBay off and on since about 2007. And I love it. It gives me a chance to go to thrift stores and flea markets, yard sales, rummage sales, all of that stuff, which I absolutely love to do. I love to thrift. And then I look for things that I can resell. And so it's really a lot of fun, and I love it. I've been doing it for a long time. Actually, I've been involved in the antique business pretty much all my adult life. Um, I've been involved in antiques. So at this point in time, I I kind of look more for antique type things rather than maybe collectible things that some people search for. So I do that. In addition to that, I love to paint oil paints and mostly landscapes. And I am part of a group of artists that meet once a week, and we get together at a different location each week, as long as it's not pouring rain. And we do it from um, May through October, sometimes November, and depending on the weather. And so that's fun. I can't go every Wednesday, but I go as often as I can. And so that's something else that I will be looking forward to having more time to do. And so those are some of the things. So this time of year, it's beautiful out. Finally, spring is here and everything is growing and the flowers are out. So I love gardening. That's another passion that I have. I just love digging in the dirt, and can't I can't pass a flower stand without pulling in and buying some flowers. And I also started some flowers from seed this year, which was really fun. I bought a couple grow lights, and it's just really fun to see them come up. It's very exciting. And now what I planted were zinnias and snapdragons, and um, they're coming up. They're really high, and I have to put them in the ground. They're still in a little seed pack. No, they're in cups. I transplanted them and I put them in cups so they'd have a little more room to grow, but now I have to put them in the ground. So that's another fun thing I like to do. But, you know, a lot of people I've heard talk about being retired and not knowing what to do with themselves, really. They've had a hard time um, filling their time with things to do. And I find that a little bit surprising, but that's only because for me, there just aren't enough hours in the day to do the things I want to do. So, personally speaking, if I were fully retired, it would be a lot of fun for me because then I could fill my days with the things I like to do, and I could do it all the time. But I understand that there are some people who need that structure. After you leave your full-time job, you leave the structure of that job. So basically, you need to really kind of establish a routine, because if you don't, you will probably find that the day flies by and you don't know what you did with the day or the time. And that's a shame, it really is. So, as I said, a lot of people have trouble with that. I think it's the structure most of all that people miss, having a set time they get up. They used to get up for work and get ready, be out of the house, do their job, come back home. It's just that structured kind of life that they don't have anymore if they're fully retired. And that's why I think semi-retirement is really a great alternative to being fully retired. And a lot of people are okay with being fully retired, and they're happy to pursue a hobby or a passion that they've had, and that's wonderful. So for me, in addition to some of the things I previously mentioned, of course, having this YouTube channel is a new experience for me. And what wonderful things I like about it is, of course, that I'm able to share some things with you all, and certainly about getting older and coping with life well, for me, I'm in my 70s, which I can't believe, by the way. um, I've heard many people say that about being older, and it's so true. You're in your 60s, 70s, 80s, but you don't feel like it. You still feel like you're in your, I don't know, 40s, 30s. It's just hard to imagine that we are that age, that number, that dreaded number. But anyway, so having the YouTube channel has helped me use my brain a lot, which is great. You know, that's another wonderful thing about starting a different career or something, learning something that maybe you've always wanted to learn and now you have the time, is that you are learning something new, and it's really good to learn something new and to challenge yourself. It could be even a new language. You know, I think learning a new language is definitely challenging your brain, and it's just fantastic. So whatever you choose to do in your retirement or semi-retirement, I think it should involve learning something new and certainly enjoying yourself. That would be good. Well, I hope I didn't ramble on too much. I do tend to veer off from time to time, off topic. Um, so I just wanted to have this little chat, talk to you a little bit about the name of my channel, why I chose the semi-retired choose the name for my channel, and I I certainly hope you will come back and visit my channel, and I hope you will leave some comments down below because I love to read comments, and it would be fun to hear what you have to say. Let me know who's semi-retired. If you are you enjoying it? And if you are fully retired, what do you think about being fully retired? Do you enjoy your free time? And if so, what are you doing? So please let me know. And it would be great if you could like, subscribe to the channel. That would be wonderful. So I thank you for your time, and I hope to see you next time. Thank you.